are Fusion Haa.
Oh man! Again, everybody just jumping in. As you know, if you haven't caught it right now, we're having some crazy fun. We're having some crazy fun here. Definitely gonna be excited about getting you guys back on for sure. What advice would you give for somebody that's wanting to talk about kind of the blurred black nerd thing that they may be thinking that, you know, of course it's not as bad as it was before. I think nerds, blurs is kind of popular now. And we know there's a big community, but what advice would you give somebody, especially somebody of color that's looking to talk about, you know, comics, cartoons, or even pop culture, you know, and wanting to start a podcast?
Nike that stuff. Just do it. Oh, don't be scared.
Facts.
Just do it. Go on the internet. You will see so many guys and girls of color, black people, Latinos, whoever. They are doing it. They are doing just Nike that stuff. You might have a gimmick that nobody else can do. You might you might have information that nobody else has based on that or your theories. There's a guy that works at a convenience store by my crib. Man, this dude he a young dude. He's like, I think he probably like 19. And I buy my beer, my soda or whatever from this guy. And we'll sit. I mean, one time we sat for an hour one time, and I'm just chopping it up with this cat. And he just going these theories and on and on and on. I'm like, bro, I gotta get to this podcast. So, I gotta talk to this guy here, make sure he okays it. And just do it. Just do it. Hear yourself talk one time on tape. If you like it, throw it out there.
Man, that's what I was gonna say. Just don't be afraid. Just try. All you can do is try, and don't be afraid of rejection. Don't be afraid of no. Don't be afraid. Well, you can't be afraid of being ghosted because you never see a ghosting coming. But if you try to reach out to do something and somebody on the other end doesn't respond, or it just kind of leaves you unread, it's not the end of the world. Keep pressing. Yeah, things will work out for you the way they're supposed to work out for you. And just do it.
And then when that time comes and that person ghosts you, man, you're gonna hear them famous words. Yeah. Hey, big head.
Yeah. Hey, big head. Just be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
And
y'all remember you.
All of you know, I always like to drop knowledge. So you guys drop some serious knowledge there for sure. Just do it. I'm a big proponent of just starting because you're going to iterate and get better as you do, more and more episodes. It's just the nature of it. And, we can get into this thing about talking ourselves, out of stuff or trying to overplan or overdo this. Or, I can't do it. I need to get this mic. I need to get this camera. No, you just need to start,
That's exactly what I did in the beginning of us doing this podcast. Like, I talked myself out of it before I could ever even get started. But once I started doing it, I was like, oh my God, what if I have been missing out my entire life on this?
I mean, it just starts with one of these things, one of these devices. Or just like you said, like a mic or whatever.
That's all we had was a phone and a snowball mic. Yep. We made it happen.
Yeah.
And like I said, trust me, I tell people, go back to my first episode. You'll see how I progressed over the time.
Oh, man. Who you tell?
Oh, our first episode was
you get better as you do it. And like I said, you learn things as you do it. So just do it. I'm with you guys, Nike. Just do it. Just do it. Yeah. Miss Maggie, I appreciate you tuning in there. It's Granny.
Hello.
Thank you for stopping by the show for sure. Again, everybody just jumping in. We've been having an amazing fun. I knew it was going to be, one of these a fun episode with my friends Chadrick and Jeremy of Fusion Haa Podcast. For you, what are your kind of thoughts on the new characters that you're starting to see come out not the established ones that Marvel and DC. Have you seen or come across comics that you would love to see and feel like would have a great place coming onto the big or the small screen? Because I've come across a lot of like independent creators. Like I said, and I've had him on the show. He does super talented artist. He has a comic book that he does. Man, forgive me because his name slipped me, but he does like the Tuskegee Air. It's called the Tuskegee Airs, and it's like a futuristic take on the Tuskegee Airmen. Amazing comic book. And I think would translate well into an animated series or an animated, feature length, for sure. What are some of the kind of obscure or not well known comics that you maybe have come across that you think would work well?
Well, it's so much. So, he's big in anime and I am too. I'm not as big as Shed in anime. For example, they got this one, I think he's a brother. I think he's from England. Call Me Arj. That's his YouTube channel. And he makes all his own it's fan anime of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. This dude right now is on this Vegito saga. It is dope. They need to animate this right now. Another one, a lot of Patrick Hickey Jr. stuff. He got some gritty stuff. He got some dope stuff. He even told us about this one comic book. What was that? Brooklyn Bleeds.
Oh, Brooklyn Bleeds. That's such a unique comic, man.
The take he got from it was the IP of not The Walking Dead. What is that? Dawn of the Dead, right?
Dawn of the Dead.
That was open. And, it was like, ooh, get your hands on that. His partner at the time was like, let's get our hands on it. And I was like, man, I don't want to do another, zombie comic book or story. Because it's been bastardized, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And so that being said, so he made his own take to it. And what it was is like, okay, it's an animal. Say like a dog. And he's watching, it's a story of the dog. And you're really listening to what the dog is thinking at the time. And his master is slowly becoming a zombie. And it's other takes to it too. It's other stories within that story, within that. So that'd be something cool to watch. Because for example, I don't know if any of y'all watch, it's on Hulu right now. That a lot of people don't really know about. Hit Monkey. Yeah. That is good. That's a Marvel. That is Marvel. You seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. Hit Monkey.
Yeah. Yo, watch it. It's good. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen a couple episodes.
It's good.
I do need to finish. I need to finish it.
So stuff like that. Yeah.
I can speak more. So I was gonna talk about Patrick's comics too.
Okay.
I like his story, Condry.
Oh.
And also another one of his artists has this another comic called The Legend of the Night Owl, which is pretty dope. It's about this older lady. She becomes like a vigilante. She gets attacked, and then somehow she starts becoming a vigilante, which I'm interested in that because their version of Brooklyn is kind of like the boroughs are separated out into their own places.
Yeah.
So it's a very unique concept. And his character Condry on there too is about this guy who he's essentially homeless and he's robbing people for to basically survive. And he comes across this older lady and he tries to rob her and she shoots him in the head. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? But he doesn't die because his skin's really tough. You find out he has powers. So I love how that was introduced. So I'll be interested in seeing that coming to a comic. And actually, there's an anime. Well, there's a manga. I really like a lot of the manga. And there's this manga that I love. It's called Mashal. So it's basically a mashup between muscles and magic. And it's about this kid. There's a world where everyone has magic, but this kid doesn't have magic. But in their world, if you don't have this scar on your face that signifies that you have magic, that basically you're considered a regular human. So they take you off and kill you because they're trying to keep the bloodline in the world pure. So this guy's grandpa hides him out in the forest, but he works out constantly. So he just getting ripped, getting swole, but he can't do magic at all. And so he goes out into the town after his grandpa tells him not to go. and of course he runs into magicians, and they're casting spells at him, but he's batting the spells away because he's strong. So he's just like, get that out of here. Like, and so I would love to see that get turned into an anime, and then I got my wish because they just turned it into an anime. I've been so hyped to watch this anime come because it's so silly, but I love it. What can I say?
And one more thing, you was asking like, no, they already put it on the movie. Riri Williams. Why not?
Oh, absolutely.
Either like show how she started and kind of branch out to her own movie, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think she is eventually gonna get her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Series, which is why, like I said, I love DC and how they lay eggs for the next superheroes kind of series type of thing. So it'd be interesting. Like I said, I love the Black Panther. I've never really kind of followed kind of Ironheart and anything after Tony Stark's Iron Man. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, same here.
How they pass it on. But I thought, like I said, Marvel is obviously, like we said, got the blueprint down, and they've got it together for sure. So
yeah, he just gave me another idea.
Upcoming ones, like I said, the trailers I've seen, and for like I said, I guess the new ones they got kind of coming out. Yeah, I don't know if that's a suffering thing from James Gunn leaving, but it'll be interesting, like I said, to see how they carry on these other ones,
Yeah, that's Marvel's. That's their superpower, man. And in DC too, especially with James Gunn, I feel more confident is that they can take obscure characters, like people that we would never care about, and they can make you care about them. Like that's been Marvel's superpower. Because Ant-Man, oh come on,
nobody cares.
Come on, bro. No one was checking for Ant-Man. I don't care what anybody says. I never heard anybody say, "Oh, I got all the Ant-Man comics." No one's ever said that. I don't care.
Ant-Man isn't even on the Christmas card list. You know what I mean? So, nah,
not at all.
Even checking.
But they made me care
about. I guess
you
didn't like Quantumania, huh?
Oh, Quantumania. Yes, actually, I did.
No, that was a good movie.
No, I like the movies, but I was just saying
the magic that they do.
Like when they said they were making an Ant-Man, I was like, why? That's all I can say. Is why are you making that?
But my wife had me rewatch like the first two movies, and she was like, "Dude, these movies are so underrated." So I'm like, "All right, let me watch." I'm like, "Oh my god, this is good!" we watched them. It's kind of like it's going through the motions of Marvel movies, like popcorn, icy, this and that.
Yeah,
and then watch it again at home.
Which I saw like the trailer of it, I think on YouTube. I think it's Black Beetle or Beetle.
Oh, Blue Beetle.
Oh, Blue Beetle.
Oh,
that's
DC.
Yeah.
Which looks.
I like that trailer.
Yeah, it looks interesting. So,
I like Blue Beetle, man. I like his character. His character's pretty cool. That's gonna be an interesting watch, that's for sure. Because that suit's gonna steal the show. Because the suit just has a mind of its own. That's what I like about it. So he's constantly trying to control it.
Thought of another one. What about Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel?
Ooh, that would.
They already laid them seeds in there already from what was it, WandaVision?
Yeah.
So there you go.
I didn't really get into the WandaVision thing. I don't know.
Oh, it get good at the episode 4.
No,
or in episode 4, right?
Yeah,
in episode 4. The first 3 was like, "Ugh, this is a slow burn."
Yeah, WandaVision is really good.
Is it?
But it is a slow burn.
Yeah, the first 3.
But I love Scarlet Witch though. She's like one of my favorite mutants.
Yeah, I like.
So I was down for the cause already. But I was just like,
but then I was asking myself the question. Okay, why are you giving Scarlet Witch and Vision a TV? I didn't get it.
Show, right?
I didn't get it.
Right.
Yeah, Marvel superpower strikes again. They make you care about because I don't know about you guys, but I think Vision is like the weakest character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
All he did was get beat up. He got beat up every movie, every single except for the Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron, he shined. But after that
was it.
He got slapped around every movie, and especially in not Endgame. Oh, Infinity War. Oh my God. He started off the movie getting beat up.
Yo, right? Was it in London?
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch was getting stomped.
All you did was see him get slapped around. Scarlet Witch is like, dang, again? Okay. And that's all that happened with him. So when I saw them getting a show, I was like, I don't know about this, but it turned out to be good.
It's gonna be Eliza Minnelli and her husband. That's what it's gonna be.
Oh my god!
Considering he didn't have so much power, it was surprising considering the power that he had. But I guess not everybody can handle an Infinity Stone. So.
Yeah,
apparently not. You're right.
I just thought of one more. Superior Spider-Man. That's one of my favorite Spider-Man comics. So basically, Doc Ock switches minds with Peter Parker.
Oh wow!
And he takes over his mind, and he's like trapped Peter Parker, someone within his mind, and Doc Ock is now Spider-Man. So he's trying to save people, but he's doing it, the Doc Ock way, which is like not the way you should. Like there's one scene when you shoot somebody with a gun, like the chapter ends and Spider-Man has a gun. I'm like, whoa, Spider-Man, whoa, what are you doing?
And I had this question, and was talking about it a couple of weeks ago with she's a visual effects artist.
Oh.
And I was we were talking about just the stress of the visual effects that are required today from movies on artists to create all these shots and stuff. Do you think that's kind of a thing that we're just too accustomed to now, especially with Marvel and superhero kind of movies, just the level of visual effects that are in these movies?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just last week, we was getting ready to do a podcast, and we were watching like the very first, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie, and we was like, "Whoa,
these graphics are
graphics like PlayStation 2 graphics right now, man."
How did I see PlayStation 2 graphics in real life?
Yo, but at that time, at that moment, they was
they were
top notch.
But then when you think about it, though, I mean, you could go back to even Blade. And he kicked off the Marvel. He revived Marvel.
Yeah, he jump started. He was the first
Wesley
heartbeat.
Snipes Blade, and that was the level. Graphics weren't like they are now, of course.
Oh god.
Hey, do you remember the scene when he slices Deacon Frost in half and his body like comes up? If you look at it now, it looks so bad.
Yeah. And I'm like I said, the question we would have as far as like now you're hearing, especially in, I'm not saying Marvel's a sweatshop or anything like that, but that is a lot of shots and a lot of visual effects on artists, and you see a lot of artists getting burned out or, really kind of falling to the wayside because it does put out a lot on them to get it done. And we kind of talked about that, and I was just thinking. How is it going to be 5 years from now? What are we going to be expecting, kind of moving forward? Because these shots are just getting so out there.
Yeah. That is good. Damn, that is a phenomenal question.
That really is.
Because you know what? Yeah, because naturally, as a society, as technology goes up too, like we get a new phone every 6 months to a year, pretty much. And that's the expectation. And then with these movies, you don't know what kind of question you ask. That's a deep question.
That is, and I honestly think that the consumer's gonna want more.
Yeah,
they're not gonna care. It's hey, give me this. Oh man, that's out. Those graphics are outdated. I just want this now. But they don't understand the work and level of work and dedication that it takes to make something like that. And you're a graphic designer, so you know better than anybody.
I'm on graphics, but not even on, like I said, just and I've played around with some editing and visual effects type of stuff, but nothing on that level. And added to that, deadlines and millions of dollars.
Oh my god!
So that's why, like I said, I give credit to all the visual effects artists out there. The ones that I've had on the show are amazing artists as well. But I do, I have read and seen where studios are putting these unrealistic expectations on a lot of artists because of just the nature of, like you said, people today are just so used to seeing these seamless type of things that they're not even thinking about,
Mm-hmm. A lot of the animators, like for anime, that's a thing in Japan. Like a lot of the animators there, they pass out from exhaustion, and some even like, unfortunately, self transition because of the deadlines and things that they're put under. Like I'm trying to remember. I don't want to say the anime wrong, but it's a very, very popular anime that's known for its animation. Like the animation is superb, the top notch, best in the business, and the animators get paid nothing. So it's like, not only do you want me to animate this great show for you, the consumers love it, but the people that are in charge of those animation companies, the people higher up, they get all the money, but the actual animators,
it don't trickle down enough.
It doesn't trickle down, and the animators just get exhaustion, tired, don't get to see their families.
Yeah.
So that's
work.
Yeah.
Or even like video games.
Yeah, and I will say, like I said, not that paint a bad brush on it. They love their craft and they love what they do. Obviously, of course, they wish the working situations. A lot of them, and not all studios are this, are like that.
Yeah,
exactly. Of course, they're wishing the working conditions were better, but they're always working to push the level of the craft that they're doing. So they're always pushing to make the shot bigger. I wasn't really big into the franchise, but they did show a trailer of Transformers, the Beast one that's coming out.
Like Beast Wars, basically.
Yeah, Beast Wars. And like I said, you're just watching these, and the level of visual effects is like, man, I can imagine sitting there, trying to get this shot like this.
Remember the cartoon back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Beast Wars.
Just remember what that looks.
Just that.
Remember what that looks like compared to now. My inner childhood is excited about that movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch it for sure, but I'm going in with zero expectations.
It looks, I will say that, but I guess like I said, when the first one came out, it was really disorienting for me because the movement and the transitions were just so. Michael Bay put so much into it. It's like, man, I can't even see him transform because they're just moving so fast and stuff. But like I said, I was a big fan of the cartoon. When it came out, and just Optimus Prime's voice is just iconic. You just can't get around Optimus Prime's voice. So
Autobots roll out.
Yeah, roll out. Yeah, which I think he did. Like the first one, I know he did like the original guy that did the voice. Did some of the first voices for Optimus Prime. So I like that. But ultimately it comes down to, for the studio, is it going to make money for us?
Of course.
Yeah. Man.
Again, everybody, just jumping in. Like I said, we've been having an amazing conversation. Like I said, this always goes by. We're already an hour and a half in, so time.
Oh man! Dang, I didn't even realize that.
Ooh, man!
The time goes by so quick for sure. Like I said, I do want to be respectful of everybody, kind of wrap this up, and definitely these guys here will be coming back on because, like I said,
absolutely. Thank you, and thank you for that.
Fun shows that you just love sitting down and just having these kind of back and forth kind of conversations and stuff. For everybody, make sure that you do hop over to their YouTube channel or their social channels and check them out. Check out Fusion Haa for sure. Let me move this over. Check out Fusion Haa for sure. And connect with these guys. These guys are hilarious. Like I said, I knew it for the first time we sat on the panel that this was going to be a fun time on the show. So I had to get them on. But you can connect with them on Instagram. Check out their YouTube channel, TikTok. You can connect with them on Facebook. Like I said, they talk not only about comics, but again, they love wrestling, talk about pop culture in general. So you definitely don't want to miss out on their show for sure. And super excited to be getting them back on the show. because, like I said, we have fun.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
sure.
And
Guys,
Don, we'd love to have you on our show too, man. We would love to have you
sure.
come on.
all I'm waiting for is an invitation, guys.
All right, we're gonna work on that for sure.
We schedule a date, for sure. I can't thank you enough, Chadrick, Jeremy, for being on the show.
Thank you,
One,
sir.
for connecting with me. Two, for being my friend and really coming on and just having fun. This really was
right.
a fun conversation. I love and can sit and talk about comics, cartoons, movies for hours. You know, and I know that
Same here.
you can do the
Absolutely.
same thing.
Yep, with ease, with ease.
But
Yep.
I definitely don't want to hear in the background, Jeremy, get in here. Are y'all done yet? Definitely don't want to hear that, but I think
Like, yo, woman.
But like I said, I can't thank you guys enough for being
Thank you for
on.
the invite, man.
I
Thank
know
you,
everybody
truly.
else had enjoyed this. Good morning, Zulu. Greetings from Johannesburg, South Africa.
Oh man.
Your show inspires me a lot. Big ups. I appreciate you. Like I said, we're international. So
I see,
Hold on,
man.
man.
Look at you.
Hold on.
you guys are going international. So.
Oh man,
appreciate
yes,
it,
man.
man.
Like I
Yes,
said,
sir.
we
Yes,
had
sir.
EU from Azerbaijan. So we've had a lot. That's what I say. That's why this show is, for me, is just it's a lifesaver for me, because one, it just revives me. That's why I know as you guys go on your journey for this show, it's gonna fuel you to, get past the day job that you do and just work at your craft. And it's gonna build, and you'll meet, as you have met, so many interesting, creative people, and have fun doing it. And like I said, for me, this show has allowed me to connect with so many great people, build friendships, and like I told both of you, even before the show, it goes beyond you guys being guests on the show. It's about us being friends and building a friendship from there. And I can honestly say that I've had a great pleasure of connecting with you guys, watching what you're doing, following what you're doing, and just loving the content that you're putting out. So I know just great things are coming down the pipe for you guys, because you got I've done a show. My last show, I had me and my friend did a co-host kind of show.
Oh, okay.
It was more business related and creative business type of thing. But I know how fun it is when you have somebody to bounce off of when you're doing things and doing a show. So that's why, like I said, you guys are got a great mix together. Obviously, being friends from high school helps and makes it so much better when you're doing it with your friend. So I'm just gonna enjoy watching the success that you guys are gonna have, and just glad to be a little part of it along the way. With having you on the show.
Well, thank you. You'll probably be a big part of it. I believe you'll be a big part of it.
You will
be. Nah.
This has been an amazing episode. Again, all this information, their contact information will be in the show notes on the channel. So make sure you hop on over to the YouTube channel. If you just caught a little bit of the show, definitely check out the whole episode. I'm going to have fun editing this for sure. Make sure that you connect with them. And again, they will be back on the show for sure. So if you could, guys, hang out in the green room for a little bit while I close out the show, I'd appreciate it. But everybody, help me thank again my friends and guests on the show, Chadrick and Jeremy.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you.